Sorry, I'm just getting my small blanket to cut down on the clicky noises of my mouse. But I'm back playing an arbitrary world, and I didn't like this map. I mean, I did like it, so I should heart it. Join 13,614 other people. And just getting my stream manager up to see in case someone makes a comment or anything like that. I think technically I'm at 50 followers on Twitch, but one of those is kind of an alt account, so I think it's counting as 49 at the moment. So another one follower would be very handy. I think I'll jump in and start playing. Just want to get my notifications up. Alerts, sorry. Okay, that seems fine. So jump in and start playing. Hopefully I haven't forgot everything I learned the last week or so. So this is an interesting scene straight off the bat. I thought maybe Cyrillic here, but it looks like probably maybe. Got a .kg, which I guess is Kyrgyzstan? Or, yeah. I don't fully know what the domains are, but I guess Kazakhstan would be KZ and Kyrgyzstan would be KG. So that was an easy tip straight off the bat. Selling some luxury cars here by the looks. And some massive apartment blocks like you'd see in ex-Soviet countries. Just checking out some of the scenes here so that I can try and memorize it. It's got this really long extended overhang here, which is interesting, and it looks to be like an octagonal pole. I'm not sure, it looks like it could be concrete, which is interesting. In terms of the city, which direction is this? This is south, and there look to be some big mountains south here. So it could be Bishkek. I think that could be right. The road's kind of heading north-south. Fairly major road, so somewhere in here. I wonder if there's a park nearby. This could be this park here, which would be, we're heading north, it'd be on the east. No, I don't think that actually checks out. Maybe it's up here. Anyway, it should be a fairly good guess if it is indeed Bishkek, so I'll probably just plonk it there. Okay, it was further south. It was kind of that region that I was looking at, around this park here. 4968 to start off with, that's very nice. Okay, and click into the next round. I think I'm all set up now. This looks a lot more difficult. There's not going to be any domains here. Looks like they're growing, difficult to say, maybe sugarcane. Soil's a bit reddish here, but basically grey. Don't see any palm trees or anything like that about the place. Although we do have these kind of like sensitive plants. I don't know what to make of that. Whether it's Africa or South America. Perhaps there's some palms. No, that's not palms either. I thought there might be some palms here, but there's not anything that I can see in the way of palms. difficult to know which side of the road we're driving on too. I wonder if I can fast travel and get to a major road or something like that. No, nothing happening. It's pretty flat, very green. I feel like I'm going to make a classic error here. Drop it in Kenya. It was Thailand. I was not expecting Thailand. So it could be Africa, South America, or Southeast Asia, I guess. 103 points. So that's a come down from the first round. Got this chunky A-frame bollard painted at the bottom, and this person with a large hat. I guess it's a sunny day. Difficult to tell with the sun whether it's southern hemisphere, but I thought this would be like Eastern Europe or something like that. The road quality is pretty good. There's this old derelict building. Not sure what that once was, but it looks to be abandoned now. It's a wooden pole. In a small town here. So I guess it's fairly northern hemisphere with that satellite dish. In terms of the architecture, I'm not too sure. Got this pole top, which could be like Bulgaria. My initial thought was Romania. So this looks like an old Russian car, to be fair. I'm not sure the make here, but obviously it's pretty hot. They've covered the steering wheel with the tarp. It's an old trick from back before cars had air conditioning, I guess. It's like a converted Russian car. Get a clear view of the number plate here, which is really unusual. It doesn't ring any bells, and I'm not sure what the PX, whether that stands for a region or what to do with 44 seconds. Oh, there's a reflection of the Google car, so that's a drink if you're drinking. It's a shot. I have seen these tops in Bulgaria, and the poles are kind of chunky, so I think I'll go for it. I'm not 100% convinced at all. Somewhere central would be good. It's a fairly small town, quite green. Levitch. It was just Ukraine. That's disappointing. Because I did get more, I guess, Russian vibes, Ukrainian vibes off that. So, disappointing. See if I can redeem myself here. This should be France, I think. Driving right. Yellow backplate. Looks like French language. And this could certainly be like an old French farmhouse. Although there's some newer builds around, so I guess this may have been old farmlands. It could be a church, actually. I did see some other language here. Where? Here. I keep missing it. Just click back once. It's difficult to see. This looks like Stade Saint-Jean or Jean. Probably a bus stop. No shelter, unfortunately. Could be. It looks like Stade Saint-Jean. And the chateau is this way. I don't think that's going to narrow it down any. For France, I think they got more than one or two chateaus there. I don't want to click around too much, so I guess I'll go nearby Lyon. I don't think it's a major city, but Montbrison. It was actually maybe in a national park here. In Nogent-le-Rotrou. If I'd gotten to the shopping centre, that could have given me the place name, but here's the chateau. Chateau de Comte de Perche. And then there's a kayak shop, maybe. Or maybe it's kayaks for hire. Canoe club. To go down the Le Suin. I feel like I'm nailing the French accent at the moment. So what's my country streak? Streak of 1, of course, because I went Bulgaria for Ukraine. So I've got the white flowers beside the road here, so it could be Estonia. Got a bird mid-flight, slightly out of focus. And these pole tops are a bit unusual. I don't know if I've seen them before. They've got these hooks as well, which kind of like the ones that we saw in Ukraine, but it doesn't have any insulators, which I think the other ones had insulators. It's got these 2 prongs on the top. Maybe, there's another bird, I think. Maybe it's a leaf. A UFO, certainly. I guess I'll just go on the white flower meta and go for Estonia, which I can't remember a time I ever got Estonia right. So this would be a bonus if I did. No. I think that was Russia again. Well, not Russia again, but Russia. Unusual part of Russia, this one. Also down here is quite unusual. To my eye. 373 kilometres away, that's not too bad. And 16252 to start off with. I can improve on that, surely. Having said that, we're in Africa. I think this is a follow car, police car, and a lot of the car here is visible. And I haven't studied follow cars because I don't really want to know about it. I feel like all those, the point in time meta, like the camera generation, the Google car, the follow cars and things like that, that can all change. So it'd be better to ignore most of that. Kind of motorbike. Is that a... I think that's just a log. I thought it might have been a pig resting under the tree. Surely we've got some animals here. Is that a satellite dish? I'm not sure. Kind of stumped in terms of where we are here, whether it's quite red. They've got a lot of wood stacked up. I guess that's for cooking rather than for warmth. Some really interesting architecture here. So what to make of it? And they've got, maybe this could be for house building. Let me just check the map. I wonder if the red soil could be Ghana. What side of the road are we driving on? This could be a split road and we're driving right. I do know it does get red in Senegal. I'm just not sure about this architecture for Senegal. Or whether it could be Ukraine or something like that. Just checking my messages. So I think this is a dual carriageway. Kind of going east-west. I think I'm going to go Senegal. I don't feel good about it, but I think there's some red soil kind of east of Dakar. There's Nigeria. Didn't actually know there was coverage all the way north here. That's bad. So I guess that follow car is kind of typical Nigeria. Disappointing. So what's my streak is 0 again. I think so far today my peak country streak was about 1 or 2. So I guess this stripe pole could be Peru. Which is certainly, this could be some Atacama coverage, Atacama Desert coverage. There's a sign up here which I'm going to just check out. Black and white stripe pole is good for Peru though. Driving right. Ponton. KM 662 and 824. I'm certainly not familiar with Ponton. Doesn't sound Peruvian. But I think it'd be on the Trans-American Highway, wherever that is. Probably here. Again, I've got a kind of bad feeling about this. If these are road numbers 662 and 824, it doesn't really check out, I don't think. 662, that road numbering doesn't seem to get that high. It could be distances. Where are we? Piura. I've been to Piura. It's supposed to be the most, well, it used to be like the most livable city in Peru. The most beautiful, something like that. The most touristy, I'm not too sure. Lima, Pisco, is famous for the Pisco Sour. Been to Nazca, that was a highlight, definitely. Seeing the Nazca lines. I don't even know if I'm in the right country here. I'm going to have to go with the pole meter and pick somewhere deserty. Ponton. Kind of sounds French. I don't see it. I'm going to go north of Lima. Ooh, whoops, I didn't mean to open the map there. So it was quite a way north. Where's Ponton? I don't see it. So I sometimes think that scanning is, unless you're fairly certain of where you are, scanning is just a big waste of time. Unless you were willing to commit the time, which I'm not. Didn't even click on the Highway 1, which I was pretty confident it was, so that's disappointing. Anyway, brought my country streak up to 1. Got these like audible centre lines. This could be a Brazilian pole, I think. The fence posts are DIY. Not sure about this light. Kind of an interesting place to have a street light. It's got street lighting here too. So I guess this is like a homestead, probably maybe wealthier than most, or politically well connected or something. If it's self-funded, then they must have a bit of money. This centre line looks really unusual. I don't think I've come across this before. Kind of audible, or they've got reflectors. I think they've got reflectors here. What are we driving? Kind of east-west. Very red soil. I'm pretty confident that this is Brazil. In terms of where it is, I'm not too sure. There's a sizable bird's nest in the tree here. It's kind of amazing how many bird's nests you see on Google coverage. Or not. I'm not sure if it's amazing or not. It's a solitary horse. And a cactus, I think. Yeah, there's a really tall cactus. I hope it's not Mexico. they've got an electricity meter on the outside of the building, which I think is a Mexican thing, but I thought they were kind of round. And a lot of palm trees. Brazil's quite big. I'll probably just go my standard plonk in Brazil, which is nearby Brasilia. State of Tocantins. Ooh, it was further west, but not a bad guess. 1,000 kilometres away. There have been better guesses, but I mean, on the grander scheme of things, not too bad. 2,918 points, and extended the streak. I wonder if this could be Mexico. I think we're driving right. Got this front of the car, which I know nothing about. They're hanging out on the balcony here. The veranda, maybe. Twin tub washing machine in English. Can't read what it says underneath. Got a skater in the household. Maybe this kid here. I guess it's somewhere quite hot because they've got these balconies. It says capo there, which I think's boss in mafia terminology, which can be Italian, I think. But I don't think. I think it's capo, not capo. Cortogramas. I guess that's Spanish. Must be somewhere fairly rugged if the car's not being covered by the blur here, by the masking. The sun's kind of in the south-ish. Maybe the school bus will be some help. There's a sweet scene. Someone walking with their two kids. Solely for official use at the Junta Comunal de Sormeno. They butchered their accent there. Sormeno. There's a lot of people around about. Just hanging out. Maybe it's the weekend. It's the church actually, maybe it's Sunday. Mateo. Don't know what to make of this. Maybe it's Argentina. I hope it's not. Oh, I should have checked the license plates. Just the basics. Oh, the green on top. Eek. So it's Panama. I just didn't think to check the license plates because I forgot. I do have a little bit of license plate knowledge, but I keep forgetting that I have a little bit. This is Spain, I guess, based on the bollards. Driving right. Nice to see that. I think they've got blue on the number plate there, the license plate. Quite flat. This yellow I'm pretty sure is Spain, but I'm not sure about this red strip on the top here. Be good to see some language or a place name or something like that, which we might get up here. Not that my familiarity is too good. With Spanish place names. Oh no. Ustamarí. No, that's not a Spanish bollard. Could it be Danish? Let me just quickly look at Denmark. I'm not convinced it's Denmark, but it could be. They certainly use that O. A small place like Denmark, you'd think it would be easy to scan for somewhere, but there's still like hundreds and hundreds of places it could be. Ustavra. It's kind of like it. Ustamarie, I'm looking for. Ustarild. Yeah, I'm getting a good vibe for Denmark here. I'll just click somewhere so that I don't run out of time and default. Christiansfield, nope. How far does Denmark go? Could be on this island here. It's kind of a major road going northish, southish. Wonder if we could get a road number, that would be handy. Got the DK domain, so pretty confident of extending my streak to 1. In terms of finding the location, okay, look, I'd forgotten about this, but that's another typical Denmark thing, is this pole curving across the top here. I'll just go a bit further south to where I was before. Oh wow, see, scanning for that, I never would have found it. It's all the way on the island here. 374 kilometers away in Denmark. That must be almost as bad as it gets. And I'm going backwards. Brilliant. Driving left and got chevrons here. I kind of thought South Africa. These are really low poles with a bunch of insulators, and I think some eucalypts, which is definitely could be seen in South Africa. Got a farmhouse. There's a lot of power around here and not too many people. So I wonder if there's some power generation around here somewhere. Maybe. Do I see any mountains? There are some mountains off in the distance. So, and these rocks here, I wonder if it's Lesotho or something like that. This chevron's different to the one that we had before. A little bird hanging out there. I'm on a streak of 1. Do I risk it for Lesotho? I don't think there's enough. The mountains aren't close enough. Where are they? East. wrong continent. I wonder if we're nearby. Or should I just go for it? A road number would be very handy in this case. Kleinbiggen, a horse farm. I've come across a whole bunch of horse farms lately. Maybe I'll go south of Lesotho. Nearby Uggy. Oh wow. All the way west. Between Graafwater and Lambert's Bay. Both places I've never heard of before. 1,000 kilometres away. Still, lucky I didn't go to Lesotho. Now I've got a streak of 2. We're stuck right in the middle of the mountains here. Should be able to get a vibe on this, but I don't have it. I guess Argentina or something like that. I feel like my massive streak of 2 is about to come to the end. Actually, this could be a good sun thing. I think the sun's all the way in the north there. Or that could be the sun there. Difficult to say. I think it's dispersed by clouds, diffused by clouds, and the mountains Really got nothing, no bollards, no signage, no vehicles yet. So it's completely off vibes, which I don't really have one. Travelling pretty slowly here. I don't think I'm going to get to anything. I think I'll just go quite south in Argentina. Hope for the best there. Oh, it was Peru. Disappointing. Really unusual colouring there, which I wasn't familiar with. Okay. 600 points adds to the tally, and I lost my streak again. Looks like maybe 2 is the maximum streak I'm going to get today. This has palm trees, but they're actually got structure to them. They've been planted rather than growing natively. Some really interesting architecture here too. External staircases. Don't know what to make of that. And the license plates are not telling me anything at all. It's kind of got island vibes. Not Ireland, but Ireland. Driving on the right. Here's a notice board. Maybe that could be helpful. La Costa condominiums. Not too helpful. I guess it's... not sure what that tree is either. I should know. Just drawing a blank. Could be an air traffic control tower. If we're near an airport, that could be helpful. Let's head over this direction with 1.5 minutes to go. Can't really make out any language there. $40 US. That's interesting. So it's maybe like could be Hawaii. It's got Aloha here. Aloha condominiums. Got the US dollars. A US school bus. I'm just worried that it's like Dominican Republic or got this crossing. What have I got? 47 seconds left. It's got Alto. I'm pretty sure it's not Hawaii. It's like a Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico. Or the US Virgin Islands. I'm not sure about that either. There's a US flag here. Looks like it could be a Canadian flag and a Mexican flag. Not too sure. Unless I've mistaken the flags. Should be obvious to me, but I'm not. Oh my gosh, it was Mexico. Is that Cabo? Is that where Cabo is? Cabo Beach? On the Costa Azul, the blue coast. I've got a Walmart. So that was a Mexican flag and that wasn't bait. Well, it was along with the US and probably Canadian flag. Disappointing. I got an island vibe there, but I guess it's a peninsula vibe. Got La Paz here, but not the La Paz. 489 points. Shocking. So I wonder... got this. Again, I'm not too sure, but it could be Kenya. I forget about the snorkel. It's like some traditional dress, but I think they're carrying petrol for their... It's got a bunch of shoes. They're carrying something, could be oil for cooking. I forget the type of cooking oil. And they've got a loudspeaker, which is not my favourite thing, living in places with loudspeakers. Let's check out this shop. MC Shop, animal feeds, cereals. So English speaking, I'm just not too sure. Got yellow backplates. I feel like I came across a round yesterday with yellow backplates like that, kind of square ones. Got Noah's Ark here, I guess. Has it got any animals in there? A dove. Oh, here they're coming on board. The rainbows come out. Looks like the animals are boarding though and the rainbows come out, which I thought was when the rain has stopped. So I don't know. And there's some kind of perspective issue here where the elephants are closer than the dove but appear much smaller. I think they're elephants. This could be oh, I don't have any time left. Nigeria, up north. Just a guess. It was Kenya. What an idiot. That's what happens when you ignore the car meta. I should check what town we were in. It's kind of interesting. So this is Stark. I guess could be Iceland. Got these yellow bollards. Not typically Iceland bollards, but I think it could still be Iceland. The only other thought I had was like Svalbard or something like that. I still haven't nailed down what Greenland looks like. This is quite green, so I guess it's Iceland. Where are we? Actually, got some land over there. I wonder if this is a big bay. It could be. It's like a north-facing bay. Maybe somewhere like this. Do we have a peninsula anywhere? Maybe back here. So if that goes like that and goes up here, maybe we're here. I'll just risk it. Okay, not too bad. Let's just check the geography here. That was a lot different to what I thought. Maybe I misread the compass there. Not to worry. Pretty good. 79 kilometres. Not the typical Iceland bollard I've seen, but yellow, the typical yellow, and dropped below 10,000. So I feel like my guesses are getting better and my scores are getting worse. Can't quite read what that says. This could be the Rockies. Got a huge FedEx chain here. Our road train. Don't know if they call them road trains in the US, but Black Rock Road. I'm pretty convinced this is a... oh, that would be a nice sign to see. Looks like Las Vegas on the 15. If I'm squinting, the 15 south. Las Vegas on the 15 south. So I think they put Las Vegas here. Is there a 15? There is. 15 south. And we've got a... not sure what they call them, flyover or something like that. It says two intersecting large roads. Beaver Dam Wash National Conservation Area. Not sure. So really we just want to follow the 15 until we see some kind of flyover. Was there some other information that I should be looking at here? We're kind of going east-west on the 15, like this, nearby Beaver Dam or Mesquite or Bunkerville. But I don't see... Casablanca Resort? Maybe here. That's a nice kind of area. Let's check that out. So we're actually So what did this say? We're facing the Las Vegas sign for the 15, which would mean we're kind of here. That's to the north, here. Oh God, that's so annoying. Yeah, that kind of fits as well. So there's the Veterans Memorial Highway. Oh, Black Rock Road. I forgot that Black Rock Road was listed. Man, I was kind of half confident about a 5k there. Good logic, but this is Pioneer Boulevard. And we didn't see a Starbucks or Peggy Sue's 50 style diner. What was near here? I mean, 4888 is really nice for the US, even with a lucky Las Vegas location, but yeah, this has nothing around it, which is pretty much what we saw. So extend my streak back to 2, see if I can nail a 3 here. Oh wow. It's hammering down outside. Don't know if you can hear the wind, but it's howling and the rain's coming down. So this architecture is kind of interesting. I wonder if it's Dutch. What do we see in Dutch? We see yellow plates, I think. We've got Euro plates. Maybe it's like Belgium or something. I'm rarely ever right in Belgium. Well, I got the clothes off the line like earlier. Warsenstam. Oh my gosh. The sounds outside are apocalyptic. I may have to check out what's going on. I think it's German. And they've got bus here, which is very definitely English. Offenbach, Hussenstam. I'm just not familiar with the company here either. I just don't know. They've got quite a lot of blur here, which could mean Germany, which is another matter which I wish. Dietzenbach or Hussenstam. Kind of sounds Dutch. Oh, I got 13 seconds. Oh my gosh. Austria, Belgium. I don't know what to do. Not Liechtenstein. Maybe it's Slovenia or something. No. It was Germany, and I went Luxembourg with no yellow plates. There's Offenbach. I overthought it. 4,484. Embarrassing. I guess this could be Russia or Scandinavia, not too sure. We've got a big car here, which is a bit disappointing because I guess it's not Russia. It's like Kyrgyzstan or Kazakhstan? Maybe? There's no red on the plate. Oh wow, a whole bunch of birds' nests there. Yeah, look at that. It's kind of weird. Birds are weird. Here are some of the birds. I guess they're ravens? Not sure. But nearby where I live in Melbourne, all the, what are they called? Lorikeets, rainbow lorikeets, come home to roost in the evening, and they all pick like a couple of trees. There's a whole line of trees, a whole string of trees, but they all want to congregate in 1 or 2 trees, and they argue a lot. They're very noisy. I think I'll go Kazakhstan here. South. I don't like it too much, but it was. Okay. Fine. 600 kilometers away. But they argue so much about which branch they'll be on and where they sit and everything. They could easily just go to another tree, which seems perfectly fine, but I guess maybe they hang out together for safety, but there's not too many threats. Like a lot of cats, I guess, around about the place, but so here's this bus stop. It's got something on it. It's like a political poster or something, and someone's left their cerveza. Maybe looks like a Corona or something, or Bud Light. It could be a Bud Light. So we've got the services here and a bus stop. I guess this could be, I don't know. In terms of the bus stop, there's no bin. I don't see a timetable, and it looks like it's disintegrating a bit. It's lost a bit off the roof here. Probably rate that a 6. It does the job, but barely. On the 62 in Mexico. And I'm not familiar with any of these. Send to Burico. What's the odds of finding the 62? Whoops, have to pick the correct country first. 40, 179, 70, that's getting closer. 62 here. It probably goes forever. We're on the 62. Where's the 62? I've lost it again. Huh? 62. San Tabirico is kind of north. And there's Huertasilis. Huertasilis is on an intersection, interesting, with the 62. Oh gosh, where's the 62 going? Here, here, here. Here. This could be the restaurant Huertasilis. Or this could be. I think this might be pretty close to a 5k. Where do we start off with? So the road to, I think we're right on the road to Huertasilis. Wait, Huertasilis. Like here. And that's the restaurant across the road, and the bus stop's probably here somewhere. I wonder if it's got any reviews. I'm going to check that out in a minute. Okay, guess. 5k. Wow. Very happy. Let's just Google that. Huertesi, Huertasius, or Huertasius. Here it is. A misspelled restaurant, I guess. 1 review, 5 stars. Could be by the owner, I guess. Oh, nothing. Food, 5 out of 5. Services, 5 out of 5. Atmosphere, 5 out of 5. I do agree with the atmosphere. It's very atmospheric. Just want to see it again. And so convenient with the bus outside. Why they're selling Bud Light, I have no idea. Here's probably the reviewer here, sleeping off the Bud Lights in his car. That's a very cool round. Pretty happy with the 5k. It was a bit easy, but not to worry. It sometimes happens. I've regained my vigor. Regained my streak of 2 as well. This gives me island vibes. I wish I could get closer to this car, it would be useful. What is this? Some kind of meter box. There is an annoying aerial there. Yeah, I feel like my streak's going to end here. But numbering on the poles, which I knew where I was, that could be useful. We've got the chunkiest utility pole I've ever seen. The girth to height is off the scale. Now, this is Artman. It's got a very short phone number, so I do think this is somewhere unusual. Apartments for rent at Palmas? I'm not convinced it's Palmas, but Palma? Oh no, I don't think it's that. Sweet Palmas, and it's got dollars, so maybe I'll back out of that. What are the options if it's a US territory? Am I running out of time? I am. I don't think it's here. I think it's probably US Virgin Islands, but I've lost them. British. Northern Mariana Island. Zzz. I guess this is the main island. Oh my gosh. Nearby the Forbidden Island lookout. Must be a resort town, I guess. If it's got so many beach resorts and a golf course. How do you get there? Oh, there's Guam. Interesting. So east of the Philippines. I was not expecting that. 2 points though. It's a slight win. And 18,000, so if that had been half decent, that would have been a 23 if I'd known the island. Pretty easy 5k. Although I did get a 5k in Mexico, so pretty happy with that. Driving right here. Got this bollard, like a snow pole kind of, with a plastic cap. Yellow centre lines. The quality of the road is really nice. Definitely driving right. Check out this sign here. Pass with care. Maybe Canada. It's kind of got those bollards, which could be for snow. Pass with care is very polite, which makes me think of Canada. In terms of the foliage, I'm not too sure. Very green. I'm not sure if it's deciduous or not. Some pines. This pole, which is nondescript. They've only got these bollards. They don't have any bigger bollards. Got the yellow centre lines. Otherwise, is that miles per hour? It's probably the US then. I think it says miles per hour. So I wonder, where would that be? So if it's snowy, I kind of get north vibes, but Oregon. Wow, knowing that bollard would be super handy. Or the plates. It does have a plate. Kind of like yellow at the bottom. He's driving an Envoy, which is a car I'm not familiar with. Were they? They're driving an Envoy. I don't know. Maybe I should just go Oregon. It's a big commit though, because it's all the way west. Okay, drop it there and see what happens. It was all the way east in Pennsylvania. 877, but back on with the streak of 1. Driving right here. That could be a useful sign. I'll just check this one out first. Michael Foods. That's interesting. It's like a Le Sueur site. 336th Street. That's kind of oh, interesting. feel like I've seen that pole before. I guess this is like the US, but I thought I'd seen that pole in Brazil. Something like it. East Sibley Country. Does it say country or county? County. So I guess that's US, right? Otherwise, in Canada it would be province. We're driving east-west. Got this interesting, like a guard, kind of like a possum guard, but maybe a raccoon guard. The poles are really distinctive. They're growing crops, could be corn, and it's very flat around here. Sibley County. It's like Iowa or something. How do you tell what counties are? Better click somewhere. Vermilion. I'm not even quite sure what colour vermilion is. Maybe yellow? What we need is more information. Adopt a highway. I can't remember. Somewhere in my memory. Sibley County, thanks. I feel these adopt a highway signs are a specific state, but I don't remember what state. Nebraska? It could be Nebraska. I'm going to learn anyway in 12 seconds. This pole, I'm sure I've seen that in North Brazil or something like that yesterday or the day before. It's very flat. Could be Kansas. Minnesota. I mean, for the US that's not too bad. Minnesota, eh? Adopt a highway. And there's LeSueur County, I guess. No, that wasn't the county name. I forget what the county was. Oh well, I'm kind of happy and disappointed with that one. 543 kilometres away. Now we have a black and white pole here. And this very elaborate pole top. This is erratic, but then it leads to these really very neat pole tops here. I've got Arabic. I think this could be, I'm not sure about the yellow plate. It could be Tunisia or something like that. So we've got sale of new and second-hand spare parts, mechanical repair, car axles, the yellow back plate, possibly no front plate, and this car, which I do not know. I feel like I'm going to fumble this one, but possibly Tunisia. I'll just drop it in and see. We'll put it here. It's kind of a lot further away than I remember it being, because it could be in Jordan or UAE or something. Let's check. Oh my gosh. Oman? I didn't even really know, excuse me, I didn't even know Oman had coverage. Okay, I'll try and remember that with the yellow plates. I feel like I've already, this is Korea, thankfully. You love to see it. So Korea is interesting in that I've been there 2 or 3 times, and sometimes towns are themed for for what they're famous for. I went to Yangyang a few years ago for the Salmon Festival, and they're famous for the Salmon Festival and for mushrooms. And on their bridges they've got salmon and mushrooms all about the place. So this is distinctive anyway, so I'm kind of interested what I thought I said Pyongyang, but I think it's Pyeongchang. Police, courts and pros. I don't know any of these places. The place names: Jecheon, Pyeongchang. I've got a minute and a half, and it's not a huge country. If I can locate it somewhere here. Pyeongchang. I don't see it offhand. If I have to zoom in one more. Oh, there's Pyeongchang here. Oh my gosh, this could be a nice... in Jecheon on the 31. Pyeongchang is here. Here's the 31. The 31's down here. At the Pyeongchang guest house. And Seokhang. So we're on an intersection. Pyeongchang and Seokhang. All I need is Seokhang. BTS in the soup estate. I cannot imagine what that's referring to. We're somewhere nearby Pyeongchang, at an intersection. Could be here. I don't think the 31 goes... it was all the way south. 40 Yongwol, 4,881. Okay, that's not too bad. 45 kilometers away in Korea. That was... I hate scanning, but I felt like Pyeongchang was scannable. I just want to go to Yangyang. Yang. Korea. Wow, I don't even know where Yangyang is based on the map. Yangyang. Whoops. Zoomed a little fast. Put the little man in here near a bridge somewhere. Just wanted to see if I can find any mushroom themed or salmon themed things in Yangyang. No, I guess it's too difficult. Oh, here we go. Here's a big mushroom. Yeah, because they're famous for mushrooms and salmon. And all around town they've got... Well, this mushroom's found a mushroom and giving the thumbs up. I wonder if it's his mushroom baby or something. Just try and I don't know what the cat and the bear are doing, but it's interesting anyway. Interesting place. Not much around there. Some hills and a salmon festival. And I got as burnt as I've ever been in my entire life in Yangyang. Anyway, we weren't in Yangyang. It was 45 kilometers away. Some nice points. A concrete road, which could be the Philippines, and a lot of palms and bananas. And this really nice little shack. I've done a really nice job of that. It's kind of weird architecture, but Not much square footage. Probably an Airbnb, to be fair. Ah, the Philippines. Sorry, I got distracted. Panay. I don't know. I've got no idea. Okay, that's not too bad. It was Bohol, nearby Toboggan. So that was a nice score as well, 4,500. It's overall terrible because of the US here. I thought that Nebraska guess was okay for Minnesota, but then it's just like open plains, so I guess it was going to be somewhere there. My initial thought was Iowa, which could have been slightly better. This one I got the wrong vibe. Went Oregon for Pennsylvania. Then finished out the round with some good points. And this Tunisia for Oman, which I didn't even know Oman was a thing, but it has yellow plates, so hopefully I remember that. Arabic and yellow plates, kind of squarish plates. These young lads are ecstatic to see the Google car. It's the highlight of their day. This could be Turkey, just judging by the language. I'm not sure about the plates. Like 2 black dots on there, which certainly not a language expert, but I thought Turkey looked likely for that. Why can I can't even go in the direction I'm pointing. Kind of stuck here. Have to slow travel. So if it was Turkey, I'd be looking for like a minaret, or I've got a horrible feeling that these water tanks could be telling. It must be slightly, I don't know, I feel like I'd be slightly annoyed driving the Google car and having someone following me around. I don't know why, it doesn't affect them I guess, but I've got a bus stop here next to, I like the location, next to a kid's playground. Oh, this house has seen better days. I don't know that this is Turkey. And I can't quite read what it says underneath here. Or there. Do a quick bus stop review. It's very nice and new-ish. You can see through the sides, so you can see where the when the bus is coming. There's no bin directly there, but presumably there's one in the park here. And then they've got, I feel like they're not utilising all the space for seating, so I'll give this one 7.5 out of 10. Oh really? Actually, is it Mr. V's garage, Andy? It is Turkey. I think I saw one, a YouTube channel, where they're doing F1 tracks GeoGuessr challenge. It was all the way west, sorry, in Europe. So shocking guess. Yes, Mr. V's garage, I was right. I have seen, I didn't actually look at the video. It got recommended to me, obviously, because I watch a lot of GeoGuessr and Formula One. So this is Spanish. They've got an ice cream buffet, which I've never seen the like of before. I wonder if this is Argentina. I think that could be right. The plate's got like a dot on it, a black dot. It's quite the town here. They've got cappuccino and ice cream buffet. sure I've seen some Mr. V's Garage videos, but compact discs and cassettes. And photographer. I feel like this town's stuck in the past a little bit. Pandaria is like a, I can't speak, but it's a bread shop, I think. I think this is Argentina. I'd be more comfortable if I saw some of the freestanding bins. This fellow's been shopping by the looks. Oh, I want to check out this scene here. In terms of bus stops, I think this is a this could be a bus stop, which is like one of the larger ones, definitely. A bit exposed to the weather if it rains. I'll give that a 6.5 out of 10. What a weird place. It's a fruit juice place. Flip phones, cassettes, CDs, and limpies, which I do not know what limpies are. I'm just going to drop that somewhere in Argentina. I have no clue, really. South of Cordoba. Oh no. I guess the news doesn't get to El Sobibio too often. I wonder if the ice cream buffet is on here. Yeah, this is it. Mix Helados ice cream. I'm pretty sure that's where they have the buffet. If you're ever in town, right on the border with Brazil. I can't imagine it. Would have been cool to see the border crossing there. Do they have a border crossing? Somewhere. Here, the bridge. Wow. Yeah. The Argentine, Brazilian. Looks like it might be a ferry, actually. On the Uruguay River. Man. I'd like to check that out. Not today. Someday. Driving right by the looks. Got this, which I don't know about. It's very flat. Oh, I've got another. A lot of cars escaping the blur lately, today. I guess this might be Kazakhstan or Kyrgyzstan as well. Now this is a nice bus stop. Looks fairly new. And they've got the public toilet nearby, which I had seen in they've got windows. I'm not sure if they've got glass in them, but cool design. Could be real brickwork as well. Which, if it is, they've done a very nice archwork here over the window. So I feel like they made more work for themselves making this bus stop than they needed to. Like a square window would have been much easier, and this curved shape looks difficult. They had to roll the tin. And they gave up. They gave up when they did the public toilet. Let's just do squares. That's much easier. This is really good. I'd rate this. Do they have a seat? They don't have a bin. They haven't utilised all the space for seating. I don't think they've got a timetable. Maybe they don't need one. We're kind of going north-south. I really don't know where we are here, so maybe this is a follow car. I don't know. I guess I'll drop it in Kazakhstan. I think that's probably a fairly bad guess. Astana. I don't know where Astana is. Sure it's not Mongolia. Oh, there's Astana. Wow, that was easy. I guess we're on the M36 or something. I could have done it if I hadn't been... Okay, fine. It was a lot further than I thought. On the A1. If I hadn't been admiring the bus stop, I probably could have got pretty close there. 4,193, not too bad. Driving right here with yellow, vivid yellow backplates and Korean language. Again, I don't think we're in Yangyang. Jiangseong. I've got a 3 here. Jiangseong Logistics Terminal. So I wonder if that's might indicate that it's nearby the water. And if it's nearby the water, it'd probably be West Coast to do with. Whoops, that's not helpful. We've got public toilets though, 700 metres. That's a good call out. Let me just check this place again. I'm just going to do some logical thinking, hopefully. Get into Korea. So if it was a freight terminal, I'd imagine it'd be on the west coast to do trade with China. Mokpo, no. There was a black road number, maybe 3. I'm getting too confident because I scanned for that place earlier and found it and got nice points. Pyeongchang was the place, I think. Ooh, I do not like my chances here. Especially seeing as I've forgotten the place name. Jong something? W. Jiangseong. It's quite a large highway going east-west. I'm going to stick to... That's not it. I'm going to stick to the west here. I don't see any road numbers. 3. Here's 2. 1. Kind of close, maybe. Yonggam? I wonder if that was where the Formula 1 was held. That's a good question for Andy Winter. Where did they hold the Formula 1 when it was in Korea? I went once and I still don't remember. Yongwang? No. I might go a bit further north here. Yeah. Oof. Did I click off it? There's Jiangseong. Yeah, I was looking around Yongwang. Oh, it's Yonggam. Yeah, I kind of went a bit too far north there, but that's another 4-8 in Korea. Just going to quickly check F1 Korea 2010. Yonggam. Yeah, that's where it was. Nearby, like a military installation. The rice dealer not too far away, but there's like a huge military base somewhere here. Anyway, that didn't last too long. Once the Korean tourism board stopped paying for it, they left pretty quick. No one went though, that was probably the problem. And the support races were pretty abysmal because of, on account of they don't have old cars. In South Korea, they're all new South Korean made cars, so the support races were just like fairly modern stock cars. It's pretty boring in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of a good experience though to go. So we've got bulls here, driving right, yellow outside lines, and quite the mountains. There's probably a lot of information here, but I'm not too familiar with it. Got this yellow on black on the pole. I don't know what style of guardrail this is, but it's got red reflectors. Some really decent mountains around about the place. Whenever I see this really intense yellow, I think Uruguay. Also cows, I think Uruguay. But I'm not too sure. It'd be good to see some signage. road's really nice quality, which I don't know if Uruguay would be like that or not. I've only got 23 seconds left, so I'm just going to drop it there. A little south. It was Eswatini. I want to see this grass. Is that Eswatini grass? I'm not too familiar. I guess it must be. Probably jumped out at anyone looking who knew Eswatini. 15,000 points. I don't think I've ever successfully guessed Eswatini. Whoop! Knocked over my precarious pack of books and microphone. Apologies for the sound there. So this could be, I don't know, just looking in the distance, NMPZ, until I get the microphone set up again. This could be Kazakhstan. Just like a huge edifice in the middle of nowhere with Cyrillic. Okay. I feel like that's not a bad guess. I guess it's somewhere like that, now that I see this car here. And they don't have red on the plates, so I don't think it's Kyrgyzstan. It's quite green, maybe it's north. I'll drop it north here. I've got a roundabout. I'm not going to hunt for a roundabout. Or am I? Here's a roundabout. Is it? No, maybe it's just a place name. A place marker. Should I look any further? No, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to drop it there. Okay, it was a lot further north. Let's check out this roundabout. Yeah, okay. There's a hospital nearby. A few hospitals nearby. Curious. How close to, I guess it's close to quite a large town here. Petropavl. Petropavl? Maybe I've heard of that before. Wow, it was all the way north. Well, I'm pretty happy with the NMPZ vibes on that. Here, I'm not too sure. Could be, is this citrus? It is. It's like kumquats. I think that's the name of them. Initially, I thought, ooh, this is quite the trash pile. Initially, I thought Korea again here. Are they growing strawberries, or if this was cabbages, I'd definitely go for Korea, but I'm not too sure about citrus. Don't really have any other ideas. I'd expect to see some mountains or something though, right? Maybe that truck was too far off. It's difficult to say what's going on there. What are these buildings in the background? Are they enormous tower blocks? There was something there, but got these jacarandas multicoloured. Not jacarandas, what do they call them? Man, the names escaped me. Anyway, I don't know that this is Korea. South Korea. Pretty sure it's not North Korea. I should have been moving quicker. I've only got 50 seconds left. Ooh, interesting. I was not expecting that. Wow. If I hadn't seen that language there was no chance. I didn't even see yellow plates or anything. 50 kilometres away. Growing kumquats, which very unexpected. Black on yellow. Got this rustic bridge. And this water concourse, which I haven't seen the like of before. I guess this is Brazil, or Southeast Asia maybe. It's got the house on stilts here, which is kind of like Cambodia or something. What's this bollard? Ooh, do not know that bollard. It's kind of professional looking. Yellow centre lines. Driving left. Okay. So I'm thinking Southeast Asia is probably a good guess, but not Cambodia, because I'm pretty sure Cambodia drives right, the same as Vietnam. But this bollard, the freestyle fence, is that Thai? It's just a tiny bit of language there, which could be Thai. Oh, here's something much more prominent, which does appear to be Thai. It's got the sacred raven on there. Okay, in terms of where, I'm not too sure. It looks quite wet. Maybe I'll go all the way north. It's probably all the way south, but I'll just drop it up here somewhere. I'll actually click on a road. How about that? Whoops. This is all the way west. Ubon Ratchathani. Okay. Without the language there, I feel like I would have been a bit stuck, but that bollard's really interesting. I don't recall having seen that before. So what's my streak at the... Oh, I'm on a streak of 10 without even noticing. Which could be coming to an end here. There's this car, which is very cool, but I don't know. Okay, so this is a snow bollard. Either Sweden or Norway, I think. Because I think Finland, the white is at the top. That's what I've been led to believe. I'm not sure about the coverage, that is shocking. Must be dusk. That's interesting. It says psychic transport. Kind of losing faith that it's either Norway or Sweden. Let's check the outside lines. They're solid. I'd kind of like to see some short dashes or long dashes or something here. What to do? If anyone's watching and has any ideas, my hunch at the moment is between Sweden and Finland and Norway, sorry. Could this be Norway? I'm on a streak of 10, which is pretty uncommon for me, so don't really want to botch it now. All I've got is the snow poles and that emergency vehicle, which didn't give me any vibes on the... Here we go, I've got a sign. Don't screw this up. Ooh. Fjord. I'm going Norway. Outdoor activities, that sounds horrible. Sarvasvinen. Pretty sure. Hey, this pole has the white up the top. I don't like the look of that. Pretty sure all the other ones had it midway, which was the meta that I was Bjornfell. That kind of sounds Swedish. Like Bjorn from ABBA. And then we've got Fjord here. I wonder if I'm going to switch to Sweden. Fjord, would they use that in Sweden? Gosh. Stupid ABBA. So I've got... going to screw up an African nation again. Got the panels on the car, which... I'm trying to remember, I thought it was Ghana. These people look Ghanese. they're washing, maybe they're washing their cutlery, cooking utensils. Is he driving right, or is he just trying to avoid the, got this pole top, not too sure about that. I'm not sure if he's driving right, or he's trying to avoid some deeper holes there. Is that a miniature cow? It does look like a miniature cow. It's a goat. That makes more sense. Very lush here. I wonder if it's... I'm pretty sure Africa. Not sure what they're selling there. Coconut or cassava or something. So I was thinking it's probably Ghana or Nigeria, but I'm not sure about this pole top. There's a lot of activity going on about the place. They're trying to hitchhike with the Google car, possibly. So if they were right-hand drive, I think that's Ghana. Oh wait. I just feel like the vehicles with the patches is some meta, but I always get confused. Got the yellow backplate, which was no, that was Oman, not there. Kenya maybe. It's a cool looking taxi, that's for sure. I'm gonna check out the front. The yellow plates is a bit unusual, I feel like. What was south of Uganda? Maybe I had Rwanda before, which I was surprised about. Maybe that was the yellow plates. Because I didn't realise Rwanda was covered. How green is Rwanda? Probably quite green. If we had a street, a road number, that would be helpful. But I don't see anything. Oh no, it was just Ghana. What an idiot. What a clown. Okay, 16,000 points. I talked myself out of that one. Probably Brazil here, I guess. I'm not sure about the patch on the pole there. There's blue, which I guess they get in France. More yellow backplates. Driving right again. Quite red soil. Maybe this is Ghana again. What's it say on the back here? Highly flammable or highly inflammable? I kind of often get this where, just want to see this taxi here. I frequently get like, wow, that's like an old London taxi kind of look. I'm not sure. It's got the yellow panels. I'm just going to drop this straight in Ghana. I get these dual rounds where they're in the same place twice, like it's trying to, or three times, trying to reinforce my knowledge, which I appreciate, but it is very unnerving. New Zealand. Whereabouts? That doesn't help me much. Although it's probably quite northern, maybe. New Zealand's such a wild place in terms of poles and things. This has a guard on it, like a possum guard, which probably could be a thing, but I don't know what kind of thing. I feel like Andy Winter's been in New Zealand, and if he was watching, he could probably help me out here. It says Mare on a red sign like this. Could this be north? I don't know. I don't even get a vibe. Let's try and pick New Zealand anyway. Maybe I'll go south of the North Island. See if I can see a Mare. I'm not even sure if that's a place name or anything. Maybe I should travel a bit further and see if I can get a place name. Whoops! I thought I'd run out of time, but I haven't. So kind of on a main road. If this says Mare as well, then that's no help. It does. Don't know what that's referring to. I don't know what that's referring to either. Yeah, in terms of where we are, oh, here we go. Takuro o Harama Hiruama. I feel like it's more likely to be up here, surely. Just in terms of the place names, but I don't know. So I've got Te, Tekura, Tekaha, Tekura. I feel like there's more Tekuiti. I feel like there's more similar sounding place names in the north of the North Island. Kura, oh. Could be scanning for years. Takaha, no. I'm pretty sure it's not. Takura. Oh my gosh. Wow. That was nice. 4,827. Good vibes on the place name there. I'm not sure what Mare is. Maybe... I think it's spelt... I don't know, maybe. I feel like it's... maybe an historic house or something like that. Could be driving right here. Difficult to say. Got something on the post here. Whoops, went a little far. Went quite far. How can I not just get a little closer here? God. Fine. I think it's washed out anyway, so it's not going to tell me much. Got some weird blurs and overexposure on the camera. I'm not sure if that's a follow car or not. I don't know that it tells me anything. We've got this weird blur at the front of the no car. Script. So who would this be? Whereabouts would we be? I was wondering about Indonesia or something, but that could be way wrong. Just want a closer look. Don't know. Could it be Indonesia? Let's see if there's some mountains or something about. It's like Pacific Islanders. I just don't know what's going on here. Is this a bus stop? No, I think it's a small shop. So if this is in Africa, I've got no clue. So I'm just going to have to guess Southeast Asia somewhere. Unless it's Brazil. Colombia. It could be Colombia. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go Colombia. Yellow backplates on the bike. Oh my god, it was Kenya. Vexing. 7 points. Yeah, that was... Oh well. Just trying to think if I could have done any better there. Probably that blur is something which I don't really want to know about, but thinking back, I think that style of clothing probably wasn't typically Colombian. And here I've got no clue again. Kenya? Could be. I doubt it could be. A lot of pines, some mountains to the northish. I don't know if we're in Europe or what. I should be able to gather something from the road, or the road quality, but so I did see some rolling hills like this before, but it was different. It was like at dusk. And there wasn't the variety of plants. This looks like jacaranda. Wattle, I mean. I have no idea. Plant species, plants names have gone out of my head today. Some language. Ooh, interesting. So that's Portuguese. I wonder if we're actually in Portugal. Maybe I'll just tentatively click in Portugal. Are there mountains around here somewhere? Probably in the north, right? I don't know. So oh, come on, go backwards. I want to see the sign again. Pinheiro Novo. This kind of looks European. And it's definitely, I'm pretty sure, Portuguese. Pinheiro Novo. I don't know that it's going to show up on the map at a wide zoom. Pinheiro Novo, Vila Real. If I could find some mountains, that would be handy. It's kind of maybe up north here. Ponte de Lima. I don't see it. If I could see a car, I could get a nice confirmation about Portugal, but what about this pole? I think that's right, because this pole's seen in Brazil. So I think Portugal's fine. Wow, it's all the way north here. Pinheiro Novo. Yeah, with a bit more scanning. I wasn't really looking over this area, so maybe it would have taken me an hour or two to scan for it, but yeah, I can see the mountains here now. I find it difficult to differentiate mountains on this map. I don't know why. 99 kilometres away, so that was good. Getting the right country. What was that based on? Language. Be nice to get something not based on language. It's got churches. Got a pedestrian crossing, which is kind of cool. There's no, the crossing's not, oh maybe it's back here. This thing, the crossing's not indicated, here we go. It is indicated on the road. I should know automatically what what country this is, but I'm getting like even less confident in my Africa guesses. It's definitely something I'm going to have to look at, sort out at some point. So it could be Ghana. They got the taxis with the yellow on there. That's my current theory. Hopefully it's not Rwanda. These green bus signs, which are unusual. I've not come across that before. Let's see if there's a bus stop, a bus shelter. And not really. There's this small stall here. MTM mobile money. And this crossing, which I'm not familiar with. It's an awkward gate he's got there. What I'm kind of concerned about is going Ghana and it being Nigeria. I think I'll just plonk it in there. My brain's getting a bit tired, so I'm not thinking totally rationally at the moment. Okay, it was Ghana all the way east. That's fine, that's fine. So, 18,000. Probably got another couple of games in me. Could be Australia. Yellow outside lines. That's a bit unusual, I think. Now my zooms, my mouse precision's getting a bit erratic. feel like that's not Australia. It's quite dry, I wouldn't... This bollard. Let's see if I can get the reverse bollard. I think they're driving right. Yeah, they're driving right. Yellow outside lines. Got eucalypts. And that bollard, which is kind of bamboozling me at the moment. It's like the German bollard, but not. What would that mean? Could this be Germany? I get confused about which... Uh-oh. Okay. That is so weird. That's the second time I've not been expecting that. It's just like tri-language. It's got English, Arabic, and I think that's Yiddish. I think that's the language. I keep saying it, but so what would that mean? Let's just check. Maybe it's Jordan on a border or something. That bollard I was not expecting for Jordan. And what about the foliage around here? It's kind of north-south road. I wonder if it's marginal, like what's this heading? Saudi Arabia. What if we were heading into Syria? It's kind of greenish here. 28 seconds. I think I'll just drop it there. Okay. Yeah, I guess the opposite was always possible. And indeed correct. I should have looked at the ordering of the languages, because I guess Arabic would have been first if it was in Jordan. Kind of makes more sense. Yeah, I feel like that was a logical fail. I should have picked up on that. I guess they're growing rice around here. I'd like to see a little bit further up here and see what's going on. Straight off the bat, I thought maybe Malaysia. I'm not sure about this water here. The other thing would be maybe Bangladesh, but then it's a whole bunch of Southeast Asia that it could be, and and I feel like unless I see some language or something definitive, could be a lot of places. Not sure about this architecture. Fairly modern, I'd say. Can I not get up here? I want to get on this major road here. Oh no. Why? How can I not get there? Oh, that's going to stymie me. What am I going to do here? Just going to fast travel a bit. See if I can get somewhere a bit more helpful. I feel like I've gotten somewhere less helpful. How do you get a fire with that much water around? I think I went too far. I should have... Because the screen doesn't refresh quick enough for me to see exactly where I am when I'm fast travelling. Sometimes I go a bit far. 45 seconds left. What am I going to do? I guess I'm just going to plonk this in Malaysia mainland somewhere. Unless I can get to something that looks... I'll just tentatively drop that here. And I'm really disappointed I couldn't get onto the main road there, because that looks super handy. I think they're driving left. I feel like that yellow taxi can consistent with Malaysia, but I don't know that. The architecture kind of looks a bit more Indonesian, but I don't know, just guess. Okay, so it was Malaysia, that's fine. Thanks, updated the streak there. And then now we're in Japan. Korea, sorry, God. Interesting. 2019 Cheongsong UIAA Ice Climbing World Cup. Cheongsong. Very picturesque place for some ice climbing. I wonder if I should I'll just quickly scan for it just in case. I guess it's kind of middle is my initial thinking. That's not it. Cheongsong. 2 words. Cheongsong. Chang, no. Cheongsong. Zoom in a little bit more. This is where it gets difficult to scan. Actually, I might just drop a pin somewhere. I get the impression, like in South Korea, that the towns are like fairly evenly spaced. I don't know why that is, or maybe it's just an impression I've got, which is completely untrue. Yeah, there's not too many. The density here is not as much as to the west. Cheongsong. I feel like this is a waste of time, so I might just drop it. Where would be colder? I'll go north middle. Okay, it was not there. I wonder if they're climbing in the national park there. Maybe oh yeah, Cheongsong was a place in the Cheongsong Valley. Very picturesque place. Nice place for some ice climbing. Not something I'm going to do. I'm very clumsy. I'm sure there's a lot of safety. It's Brazil. I'm sure they take all safety precautions, but still, I'm very clumsy. I'm not sure in terms of where in Brazil this would be. I feel like this little house is in a precarious spot. If there's a minor landslide here. And it's going to be a pain to clean that red soil out of the carpets for sure. Yeah, that looks like Portuguese. Brazilian Portuguese. I'm not sure how much Brazilian Portuguese differs from... is this sugarcane? It is, I guess. Not sure where they'd have sugarcane, but I'm not sure how much Brazilian Portuguese differs from actual Portugal Portuguese. Sorry about that. My microphone took a tumble again. I'm going to fix it somehow. Get something more permanent. Because stacking it on a pile of books isn't really the best solution just at the moment. Maybe Tocantins. I don't know. I don't have much idea on how I could pin this down. Probably not going to get any signage in the next 54 seconds, so I think I'll just guess. Ooh, it was near Recife. Bilal Khan, welcome. How are you doing? I hope you missed the literal mic drop there, where my mic fell off its stack of books. Has he got an ice cream? I think he does. These kids riding motorbikes, insane. No, maybe it's a coffee. Thai language on his shirt there. Probably coming back from football practice. I wonder what the... Let me check here. These look like proper motorbikes. Here in Vietnam, I believe what I've been told, this fence is pretty makeshift. What I've been told is that children in senior school, it might be if they're in their last year of school, can ride like electric motorbikes or electric powered bicycles, but they scoot around probably 60 kilometres an hour, 70 kilometres an hour, 40 miles an hour, I'm not sure how much that is, but they zoom past and I look at them and go, how old are these kids? Like riding in traffic at 60 kilometres an hour. I guess if that's the rule, it's fine. I guess this is quite rural if they're riding motorbikes. And I did see when I was on holiday in Vietnam, somewhere, I can't actually remember where it was, not one of the larger cities, but I saw a really young kid, maybe 8, with a younger, maybe his younger sister or something, doubling on the back of like a proper motorbike, but they weren't riding on the road, they were riding on the footpath, which I guess is safer or not. But it shocked me, 161 kilometres away there. I think this is the first time today I've got 20k, my gosh, it's been a struggle. Just going to see the breakdown here. Breakdown? I missed it. So, yeah, that was a bit disappointing in terms of the country streak. Another fairly good Korea, I guess. Where was that? 3. Yeah, I've had some really good plonks in Korea lately. Malaysia could have been better. Otherwise, 20,400 and whatever. Just with 10 minutes before I finish. Driving right here. This road is a lot narrower than I thought it was going to be. Got a stumpy pole with green and red painted on the bottom, which makes me think of Guatemala. I'm pretty sure that's pretty sound. Guatemala's not huge, so I think it's fine to drop it somewhere there. Just having a look around to see if there's anything else of interest. So this channel by the hill, and this bollard, if it is a bollard, which doesn't give too much away. I don't think it even has reflectors. I'm not exactly sure what the purpose is. Unless they're a lot more vivid when they're new. These ones seem quite worn. So if I hadn't seen the poles, how would I know this is Guatemala? If indeed it is Guatemala. I don't know, I think I've always just got to go on the poles in Guatemala. I'll click south of centre near Coban. It was further north, but still. It's a really consistent tip for Guatemala. Very pleasing. Japan, I guess. It's interesting the pole bottom here doesn't have the red and black stripes. So this is interesting. Let's check out Japan. I wonder if we're all the way north here. It seems like that satellite dish is quite away from the equator. This is precarious. It's like a final destination situation set up. I see some signage here. I don't think it'll be too useful. So they're building a house. Probably the plans here, maybe. Or the Yamada Homes. I don't know whereabouts Yamada Homes is. They're probably all over the place. This is probably the final product visualized. There's certainly a tight space to be working with. I guess they're used to it. This is interesting that they have the yield sign like that. I'm not sure if that's all across Japan or not. It's like overkill with the signage. It's got a deciduous tree here by the looks. I wonder if it's kind of north. I might go north of the South Island. Morioka, how about that? It was further south, just north of Tokyo. Kaminakawa? Yes. Kaminakawa. So they've got ramen restaurants everywhere. A Japanese restaurant and a Mandarin restaurant. The butcher shops in Japan are insane in terms of the quality of the meat. Butch Cafe. That's a bit odd. I can't say I've been there, but it looks like it's got a lot of ramen restaurants. So that was only 4,000 points. That's a bit disappointing. I feel like I could have gone a bit better there. So that's interesting. So this is Spanish, I'd assume. And it's got the municipality here. Municipalidad Distro de Pacasmayo. Pacasmayo. I don't know what to make of this. They do have a paved road, but it kind of ran out here. And there's a bit of construction underway. I've got an auto rickshaw, or not sure what it's called locally. This guy, I hope he's not taking passengers. He's disappeared. So I'm not sure. This looks like the blue plates here. The red and white stripes on the poles. It's kind of a bleak place. Tell us, Munoz, todo lo que usted. It's like everything you need. 50-50, lino, polar. I think it's floor coverings. I don't know if this is... I'm so confused. Like Ecuador. It's interesting here. Is here's the Google car. So if you're drinking, that's a shot. But these tuk-tuks or whatever, they seem like this one's branded Nike. And then one up here was Adidas, branded. Peru, okay. Te amo Peru, which is I love Peru. It's not necessarily saying it's in Peru, but I've got no better ideas. This could be to the north of the Atacama Desert or something. I got this kind of stark vibe in Lima, even though I'd only stayed like a few hours. Okay, it was a lot further north. I wonder if I could have scanned for that, because I'm pretty sure it had the place name. They've got a resort nearby. It's right near the beach, so that makes sense, but wow. An unusual place to take a holiday for sure. Pacasmayo. Just seeing what was around there. Nowhere I'm familiar with. 4,000 points there. Here driving right. New road layout ahead. And it's got yellow backplates, so I guess this is the UK. If I could read the destination on the bus, that would be handy. Normally these... Ooh. Nearly. I can't quite read it. It's the 109. Just checking my messages. I've got to finish up soon. Ballinderry, China. Could be a restaurant. I wonder if this is Ireland. Does that fit? Maybe. I don't see Ballinderry. There's Ballina, which there's a Ballina in Australia. That's my initial guess. I should give myself more time, and then Lisbon. No, the A26, the M1, I'm pretty sure that's going to be down here somewhere. Where's the M1? Here. And the A26 could be further south. A34, 31, 23. Looking for the... why is it never... it never shows the one you want. What else do we have? The B104. I feel like I've clicked off Ireland in error here. Is there an M1 in Ireland? Diverted traffic. If there's an M1 in Ireland, that would be convenient. There is an M1. Wait. Wait. The A26. I thought there were no A roads in Ireland. Maybe that's correct. Maybe that's why I didn't go Ireland. I heard something like that. M1 and the A26. I think that's right. There's no... oh my god, Northern Ireland. Frick off. There's a lot of... there's Ballinderry proper, Upper Ballinderry, Ballinderry lower, Lower Ballinderry. Well, the more you know. 443 kilometres away, very disappointing. New Zealand again, by the looks. I think I'll just plonk this kind of central South Island. I forget where... it's like somewhere here. Near Twizzle. I'll go for Twizzle. Ooh. It's a lot further north. Lower Buller Gorge Scenic Reserve. It was pretty scenic, I agree. 296 kilometres. 21. I've got to go now, unfortunately. That's the best score I've had all day. Very happy. So, Peru, that was a giveaway. Guatemala was a giveaway. New Zealand, Bollard. Japan could have been closer. And the UK, that could have been a really good score. Anyway, I've got to go now. Thanks for hanging out with me.